was a lot of the big attractions. All of they had the Motown reviews and the Aretha Franklin, the Jackson 5. It was so many groups that are, really great now. I think a lot of them became well known from appearing at the Uptown. Gave a lot of them their big break.
They were all big attraction. They were all big. They were all big. Stevie Wonder, The Temptation, The Four Tops, Smokey Robinson, The Americas. You got James Brown. Everyone came there was big. Everyone came there was big. The Moments. I mean, you can go right down the list. The Supremes. The Jackson 5 was the Uptown were one of the first places that the Jackson 5 ever worked on stage with a professional group. They drove all the way here from Gary, Indiana, and with the understanding it wasn't getting no pay. They came to do it for free. They came to do it for free. And it was understood that they wasn't getting paid for it, but they wanted the publicity. And the publicity paid off for them. But during those days, during that time, Jackson 5 wasn't a hero. Jackson 5. What happened was Diana Ross asked us to put them on the show. The whole secret is they had to make Washington, the circuit, Washington, Baltimore, the biggest that was if they want to make it big. Actually want to make it big. And every group would make it big. That's what they had to do. Get to the Uptown. They had to get to the Uptown. And they could get to the Uptown, then their chances to get into the Apollo was like 80-90%. And once they got to Apollo, then they on their way. But they needed the Uptown. And if they couldn't get to the Uptown, it was, I don't know, no group really that made it without coming through the Uptown. Uptown was the main stop. That was the last stop before you hit the big stop. At that time, the DJ was big. You need to be in with the disc jockey. If you didn't have contact with the disc jockeys, you didn't make it. The disc jockey didn't play your record, you didn't make it and whatnot. That's why there was so many promotion men out there and whatnot, going from here to there and whatnot, trying to get the record played. And then once they coming to Philadelphia, they're gonna be in Philadelphia. Then they want to try to be on Bandstand, American Bandstand, which was at 46th and Market at the time. So once they hit Philadelphia, Philadelphia was like the deciding point if they're gonna make it or they ain't gonna make it.
Gotcha.
And get to Philadelphia, make Philadelphia. If they make it through Philadelphia, then they on their way. And just about everyone that made Philadelphia, came through Philadelphia, went to the top.
Well, he was a very good manager. He really ran the Uptown, and he, made sure everything went well. He just took care of everything, like the whole Uptown, anything that had to be done, he took care of it. He was a very good manager.
Won't be no history if he didn't make no money. So therefore, the money was the big thing. Taking care of the money, making sure when the money come in, the money go to the right places and whatnot. And the money comes into the box office, and once it comes into the box office, it's turned over to me, and for me, it's turned over to the bank, and plus the group would get like a drawdown, I guess you would say a loan, against whatever their contract is. If their contract is $5,000, they may want $500 advance. I ran the place from the front door to the back door. Nothing came in the front door without me knowing, and nothing came in the back door without me knowing. That's how tight of a ship I ran. The Uptown used to do a lot for the neighborhood and whatnot. We used to help people. People come to us, they didn't have food, they didn't have clothing, they all kinds of story. And we used to always dip in the tilt to help them and whatnot. So the Uptown was a community, community connected.
I think it was great for the community because it gave the people a place to go. It gave them good entertainment and a place to go, and the kids went to the movies there, and the parents were happy that the kids were safe and had a place to go see good movies, and also all the entertainment. So I think it was very good for the community.
Well, what led to the closing of the Uptown is places like the Latin Casino in Jersey, over in Cherry Hill. Once a group hit the Uptown, then the next stop is New York, the Apollo. Once they hit the Apollo, then was Latin Casino, and then Atlantic City opened up, and then from there it was Atlantic City. And once they make that circuit, they didn't usually return to the Uptown.
In my opinion, I think it was because of the casinos in Atlantic City. Because the Uptown, I think, was responsible for a lot of the singers, the groups, to become well known, and then with the casinos hiring the different groups, I think maybe was more money to be made, or and then that was less money for the Uptown. So I think eventually they weren't making enough. They were losing money, so they eventually closed.